Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of The Long Dark in our Against All Odds series. It's hard to believe this is the second to last episode of this series. And we may well, if I'm not careful, I'm going to try to manage this to where we do this right, but we may well hit 100 days in this episode. We're very close to it. So we are going to be moving towards that sooner than later. It's unbelievable that I'm actually at this point. If you are just jumping into the channel for the first time, if you're not familiar with what's going on here, I've played The Long Dark a lot, and I've done several videos, several, on YouTube. I can still hear the bear a little bit. But I've never actually achieved 100 days. Never once. And now I have, and it feels really, really good. So let me see if I can spot how far away the bear is. Should be pretty far at this point. But still nearby. Yep, there it is. Alright, so the bear is walking off that direction. We're pretty tired, so we're probably not going to make this climb right now. What I'm going to need to do is take a bit of a sleep. 2 hours daylight left. That's not a lot of time. I guess... Well, see, this is going to accelerate the clock, and we're we're gonna hit our mark. But that's fine. I mean, I shouldn't fight it too much. That's no fun. All right, so let's go ahead and sleep for let's say 6 hours. Maybe we can go up in the middle of the night, especially if the weather's good. If we have some moonlight, we can definitely still make it up. We are currently heading up to the watchtower above this area. Yep, 99 days, 11 hours, 52 minutes. Holy crap, everybody. This is it. All right, let's go ahead and drink some water because that's going to reduce our burden. I guess I should go ahead and eat too, shouldn't I? I'm going to eat the slightly smaller deer steak. All right, now hopefully there's not a bear literally right outside, because that would be funny / not funny. Actually, the bear is nearby, but not so nearby that we need to worry. And we have fantastic light. This is a perfect night for a climb. We're going to head on up. Let's do this. This is actually not a long climb. It's just a two-part climb. We established we hung a mountaineering rope up here earlier in the series. So we just need to make it up to the rope that we've already hung, and then we'll be at the lookout pretty quickly. Alright, so that's part one of the climb. Pretty straightforward. This wouldn't be a bad spot to set up a snow shelter. Like right here on this edge. How awesome would this be? We could even put it right there towards the sunrise. You know what? Let's do it. Let's frickin' do this. Is it gonna let me? Oh, it's not gonna let me. Why aren't you letting me? Hang on, I gotta be careful here. I don't want to walk off the edge by accident. That would be hilarious. No, just kidding. It would be infuriating. Interesting. Why isn't it letting me put it anywhere on this snow? Maybe this doesn't count as snow? Is that what it is? Because it's kind of on an edge? That would have been such a great spot. Invalid location to place object. Hang on. Maybe I can get lucky. If I just kind of feel around for a second. Maybe there's a happy spot. I want it to be facing this direction because that's where the sun rises in the morning. That would be the best spot to have just like a really cool setup. Well, crap. Hey, look, floating stick. Alright, well, let's put that away. I saw it briefly flash green for a second there. And we're just going to go ahead and climb up to the top. And maybe we'll have better luck up there. I mean, I'm hoping there's at least as good of a view near the top as well. I feel like there might be animal patrols up at the very top of this ridge, though, which is why I kind of wanted to set up a snow shelter on the mid-level. And we might still try. I can always climb back down if I don't find a spot up here. If you're wondering why I'm coming up here, the answer is for funsies. Like, at this point, we are just enjoying the last of our time in this series. We have lots of food. We have lots of drink. Yeah, see, this is technically a good spot too, but the game is saying it's not a valid location for the snow fort. And for the life of me, I cannot figure out why. I'm going to stand close to the edge here. Good yawn. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. This is maddening. As they say. I guess it's just because this is a snow type. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a different type of terrain. It looks like it's snow, but it's actually kind of ice. But we can still put a snow shelter like right here-ish. Hang on, let me turn around and make sure that view is right. No, it actually needs to be like right about there. All right, let's go ahead and build it. I've been on a just romantic quest. All right, we built our snow shelter, and now we've got a little bit different weather. I've been on a bit of a romantic quest to build a snow shelter in a place where we could see the sunrise if we got in it. Let's get in here and see what happens. See, we might actually have a decent view of the sunrise from there. This is still not perfect, unfortunately. Hang on, let's see what other materials we might have on us. How many more sticks? How much more cloth? Don't have any cloth, but there might be some cloth up in the lookout here. There we go. There's that loading bug again. Yeah, let's step up to the top of the lookout real quick. Weather's starting to turn sour on us, but that's fine. I'm not super worried about it. Yay for creepy, creaky noises. Just need to get a little bit of additional cloth so that we can maybe reposition that shelter. I'm being ridiculous at this point, I know, but it's fun. Okay, here's a book. Field dressing or kill. I'm pretty sure I've already researched that one, right? Here's a bed up here. An empty cupboard, because I've already been up here. Yeah, I've already broken down everything up here. So I guess there's no cloth. Hang on, let's light the lantern. God knows it's got enough fuel since I refueled it. You can definitely see what's going on up here. Yeah. Well, poop. No additional cloth, unfortunately. I don't know why I'm going over here. Let's head back down this direction. Put this away. Feels like 34 degrees. Believe it or not, we're still actually pretty warm in the grand scheme of things, which is hilarious to think of. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead. We've got 4 hours of darkness left. Let's see what happens. Let's get in here. Feels like 61 degrees in here. Let's bust out the bearskin bedroll and sleep for 3 hours. Alright, crappy weather, unfortunately. It feels like 55 degrees. We're thirsty and hungry, but we can solve those problems pretty easily. Because I have lots of food. It's a beautiful thing. We have more back down at the base camp when we need to go back down there, so we're totally fine. 1 hour of darkness left. Tell you what, let's just sit here and pass the time for a bit. Cancel. Alright, see, here's the sunrise, but now there's crappy weather. Well, the game has spit in my face once again. It's not going to let me enjoy my final day. We're less than 7 hours from our mark. Actually, we're just about 6 hours from it now. From the 100-day mark. Crazy. Alright, let's go ahead and dismantle this thing. Here comes the sunrise. Full-on blizzard. Feels like 13 degrees. So what we're going to do is just step up here. Welcome to the long frickin' dark. Here I was trying to enjoy a nice sunrise and you get a blizzard instead. On my 100th day. That's fine, game. It's totally fine. Let's head over here. Close the door. It was like 66 degrees in here, so we're much better. And we need to sleep a lot. So, tell you what, we don't want to sleep for 6 hours because that's going to put us past our mark. Let's sleep for 5. Here I was saying, oh, I'll manage it. We won't get to the 100th hour. Or the 100th day in this episode. Here we are, 11 minutes into it. And it's, let's see how close we are. Yeah. It's half an hour away. Alright. I'm going to step outside. The weather is improving, so we're going to head back down to base camp while we're letting this timer run. Well, crap. I really wish you could build snow on this type... Or, build snow. What is wrong with me? So, a snow shelter on this type of terrain, but you can't. You just can't. Wish you could. It would make for some truly awesome views. But I'll find a spot eventually, even if I have to play solo for a while to find a really good spot on the map to have like an awesome outdoor snow shelter. One of the reasons I'm doing this is when I go to Season 3 and Against All Odds, I'm going to be playing an Interloper, and eventually I'm going to want to have a nice spot set up for that exact purpose. Alright, I'm totally scouting for bears right now. Okay, should be okay. Let's go ahead and climb down. And we're going to beeline down to base camp pretty quickly. Okay. That's that. We're actually pretty thirsty. And the weather looks like it's getting worse again. Let's go ahead and drink some water to deal with the thirst issue. It'll also relieve a little bit of weight. And how are we doing on time? 12 minutes. I have to keep a close eye on that. Crow feather, come here. I don't know where the bear is, but I know there's a bear that likes to hang out up here. So we're going to try and avoid that bear and head back down to base camp. How are we doing on time? 5 minutes. Unreal. 2 minutes. There it is. 100 days, 0 hours, 0 minutes. And the achievement, because I have not done this before. So this is oh, look at all the dead wolves. So this is a first for me. Very nice. Feels good. We almost got there with Season 1 of Against All Odds. And didn't quite make it on account of... Hang on, I need to find a safe way down here. If at all possible. Yeah, we didn't quite make it on account of the, well, on account of Pleasant Valley. If you're wondering why I hate Pleasant Valley, it's because Pleasant Valley is what killed me in Season 1 of this series. Because the weather is truly terrible there. But we made it to episode 79, and now here we are at episode 100. I need to think about where did we start in this series? I kind of want to go back there for the next episode. Now that we've hit the mark, but I haven't hit the 100 episodes yet, We still need to do episode 100. We've hit day 100. So what am I going to do? I know one of the things I want to do for day 100, but what am I going to do as far as finding my way back to that original spot where I started? I started this series. I know we started in Mystery Lake, but where did it spawn us? I can't remember. Where was it? I feel like it was a nighttime spawn, right? Oh, I'll just have to go back and look. I can't recall. I cannot recall. Alright, so pretty tired, believe it or not. I'm going to step in here real quick because I need more cloth for my snow shelter. Because apparently, once I have survivability set up and I've got all the food and water that I could possibly need, the only thing I care about is is building cool snow shelters. Alright, so that's 2 cloth. How much do I need? I need 5 cloth, right? And 15 sticks. Alright, so there's that. You know, I heard the flag very first thing when I stepped outside there, and that was absolutely terrifying for about a split second. It's like, oh god, what is right next to me? Oh, it's just a flag. I'm okay. Alright, so let's do a quick refresher, because I still have not learned this. Okay, 5 cloth. Just need 15 sticks. So let's get some sticks, shall we? 2. 3. This branch will give me a few. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Man, I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Alright, this should fill us all the way up, and we're still going to have a little bit to eat. Let's drink as well. And yeah, you can carry plenty. We've talked about this. Relax. Oh, hi. There you are. Wouldn't be an episode in the Long Dark without an encounter with a wolf, unexpectedly making me jump a mile high. Oh, you're going to take your sweet time again. Okay, that's fine. Do what you got to do. Come on, buddy. I don't have all day. Do your thing. Alright, so that's that. Someone actually asked me in a comment, like, why aren't you harvesting wolf meat? And I responded, but in case any of you who haven't seen the comments are wondering, what are you doing? Remember, I'm not playing past 100 days, and I've got plenty of food. I have food still in the fridge on top of the deer that I... God, the weather sucks. Why can't I have a prettier 100th day, damn it? And Jennifer Hale is complaining nonstop. What a wonderful anticlimactic 100th episode. But, no, people have asked me, why aren't you harvesting wolves? And just, yeah, keep in mind, I'm not playing for full survival anymore. I mean, if you want to see what's in my fridge, if you're curious, I still have all this. That's a ridiculous amount. Having survived 100 days of processed food to still have access to. Just goes to show you how much I've already been living off the land, really. Living on meat, as it were. Got a couple of books there. I kind of just want to go piss off a bear somewhere, but I'll save that till the next episode. I've got a bow and arrow. What if I just started firing arrows indiscriminately at the nearest bear? Just to see what would happen when you provoke the wildlife. Speaking of provoking wildlife, here's several wolves here. We can pay them a visit. Maybe this will go better than the last time I approached a pack of wolves with my bow and arrow. Alright, that one's running from me like a little chicken. Seriously, we've had this conversation. Are you a wolf or a chicken? Make up your mind. Nice howl. Can I interrupt you for a meeting with an arrow? Okay, there you go. You want to come see me? Maybe so? Come on, buddy. Wolf ran away again. That one did. I think that was another wolf, too. So 2 of the wolves nearby have run from me as opposed to running at me. In the face! How'd that feel?
Kind of heavy.
Let's pay this one a visit. That was quick. I got your attention quickly. Are you just gonna... Again in the face.
Man, I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Every single time I pick the arrow back up, she's going to complain about that again. Alright, that wolf is running from me. So these are the 2 chicken wolves. Maybe this one will change its mind and grow a pair this time. Let's see what happens. Well, that one stopped and actually is still pretty close. So, got a few more to finish off here. Up. That's the sound of an agitated animal. It's just not... Okay, there it is. Let's dance. Here, pup. Come on, pup. Broken arrow.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Okay, one more. Okay, this is the chicken wolf. We're just going to have to keep chasing him. He's not going to be able to run from his fate forever. So we've killed 3 of his buddies. You don't have the slightest sense of vengeance in you right now? Really? He ran again. I mean, I guess I kind of understand at this point. But I also know that the wolf AI is not that sophisticated in the long dark. The wolf is not literally thinking, he just killed 3 of my friends with arrows to the face. I should probably run. There we go. That's what you should have done. Let's see if the 4th time is still as good as the 1st, 2nd, and the 3rd. Yep. Get my arrow back. And that's 4 wolves down. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you do that. So, it seems, after some practice, same strategy works for the bow and arrow that I use with the rifle. I mentioned this a few episodes ago. When you are learning to shoot in the long dark, just don't be afraid of provoking a wolf. Don't feel like you've got to find some perfect hunter's angle where they don't know you're there. Don't get me wrong, that can be a lot of fun to actually sneak up on a kill, whether it's a wolf or a deer. But just get a rifle out, or, again, turns out, get a bow out, get close enough to provoke the animal. What's this? Crow feather? I'll take it. Get close enough to provoke the animal. Wait for it to charge you and get close and give you a really good profile, and then just do your thing. And it turns out, especially once you have higher archery skill. Speaking of higher archery skill, let's see how mine's doing now that I've... Yeah, it's approaching level 3. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Just provoke the animal, and once it gets close to you, it's really easy to line up a good shot, particularly with that rifle. Because, you know, with the bow and arrow, you're not really looking down the sights of a gun. So it's a little bit harder. You have to have a little bit more confidence in where you're aiming. But then again, you've got that dot in the middle of the screen. So as long as you point that at the wolf and then don't move, then you've still got a pretty true aim. Because the arrow is going to go where the dot was. Now, it has been pointed out to me rightly in comments that if you hold the arrow for too long, this starts to happen. There's more and more swaying. And that goes down the higher your archery skill is. But that's something to be mindful of. Let's go ahead and step inside. because I do need to get some rest. We've got 5 hours of daylight left, but I am like super tired. So let's go ahead and sleep that off. So the 100th episode is actually going to be, we're going to get to the 101st, maybe even the 102nd day. Which feels good, man. Feels good. Let's go ahead and drink this. It's actually pretty quiet. Maybe we got another nice night outside. That'd be a welcome change of pace after that crappy day. I was welcome to my 100th day with a blizzard. No, it's still pretty snowy. Okay. Well, as I've been hinting, I have something fun in store. I've actually been very strongly hinting at it this episode, so you probably know exactly what I'm going to do. I've got something fun in store for the 100th episode of Against All Odds Season 2, and the final episode of Against All Odds Season 2. It makes me sad to say that, but at the same time, it paves the way for Season 3, and I finally got these 10 episodes out of the way, because I know you guys have been waiting for a bit, so I'm glad to have knocked this out. So I will go ahead and cut this one here, and tomorrow's episode, or the next one, if you're watching this in the backlog, you can just jump right in. But tomorrow's episode will focus on actually wrapping up the series in spectacular fashion, or what I hope is spectacular fashion, because, you know, this episode, I will say, you know, this kind of shows you what happens in the Long Dark, and this is part of the reason that I opted against doing a season 3 where I did like a day 100 to day 200, because it would be 100 episodes like this. And that's just not very entertaining. Once you get to a certain point in the Long Dark where you have your gear, you have your food, you have your skills lined up for what you need, then you really don't need to do anything else, really. You don't. You just kind of rinse, you know, or wash, rinse, repeat, you know. It's a very, very cyclical process. It changes a little bit with Interloper because the weather gets so bad so quickly, but even then, once you have your stuff, there's less going on. But this next episode, I'm going to mix things up, because this is the end of this run, and I would like to do something fun to wrap it up. So thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If you're not subscribed already, I upload new episodes in the series every day at 6. And of course, since this series is about to end, if it's over when you're watching this, and maybe even Long Dark isn't even playing, as you might have noticed, it's always going to be something else in kind of a survival, science fiction, or simulation type of vibe in the 6 p.m. slot. So stay tuned for whatever else I might have coming your way. Again, thanks for watching. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in episode 100.